Hi everyone, welcome to Insights with Lily Zhang. Nice to see you again. And unfortunately, I'm quite sad to see, as I predicted 1 month ago, coronavirus become a global pandemic. I'm not surprised, but what I'm saddened is the lies. The fake numbers being told by Chinese government, and the fake numbers being broadcasting by Western mainstream media, by WHO, and they just let people believe the number from China is the real number. How can you believe that? Look at Italy. In 5 days, the confirmed cases, from 1 to 200 in 5 days. In a Western developed country, the population is not dense and with a functioning health system in 5 days. And look at South Korea. It's nearly 900 people just in about a week. Well, the truth is, according to NAS Animals, the top US laboratory, this is the top level laboratory, they created the world's first nuclear bomb. So that's a top level laboratory. Their report showing coronavirus, the RO rate is between 4.7 to 6.6. That means our rate, that's the infection rate. That means one person can infect another 4 to 6 people. This RO rate is the thermonuclear pandemic level. We can see how fast the disease spread. Our estimation is there are at least 5 million people in China infected, and the death rate is about 250,000. The infection rate is about 1.5%. It's not that high, just the international standard. And death rate is about 0.3%. So that's quite reasonable. I'm probably underestimated. We just know from the news from Wuhan, they just burn people 24 hours, 7 days, all over China. Yeah, so that's why I'm just so pissed off by the lies. And I don't know why the Western media is like extended broadcasting level channel of Chinese government. Well, look at deep inside, I can see the reason, because the infiltration of Western media by Chinese government. If you notice the news, you can see US government just announced 5 Chinese state-owned media as Chinese embassy. That means they treat those news agencies like China Daily and the China Global International News and CCTV's international arm. They treat them like embassies of China. So those journalists, they need to be registered in American government. And also recently, US government going to expel some over 100 Chinese journalists because they spy and also doing propaganda for Chinese government. And they not just in United States, they do that in Europe, in Africa, in Southeast Asia, everywhere. That's their strategy. That's communist strategy. They just they pay big money, big advertising for major mainstream media like CNN, BBC, and Washington Post, Bloomberg News, the major Western media, and they pay big money for Western journalists. And they have a, Chinese president, they have a slogan for that, is tell the China story well. So many Western journalists and media has been paid to tell Chinese stories well. Well, basically that's just according to Chinese government's order. They tell them how to write stories. Basically, it's just lies, and lies. Communist, that's, I think, well, to be honest, I'm Chinese. I'm not against Chinese. I'm not against China as a country. I'm just against communist. But China has been hijacked by communists, hijacked by the Communist Party of China. So we call that CCP. Yeah, that's why under communist regime, China, since 1949, there were more than 80 million Chinese being killed. In peacetime being killed by the regime. How many people know that? How many people in Western world know that? But most Chinese will know. They just that's the most brutal part of communism. They brainwash people. They sealed all the information. They telling lies 100 times after 100 times, and then they become feels like truth. Yeah, that's why I think communism is the most evil thing, most evil ideology in human history. It's like Soviet Union, like Chinese CCP. Yeah, and also for the last 20 to 30 years, they've been infiltrate United States, Europe, and most of the Western countries. They infiltrate financial system, media system, and even government, your federation government. They bribe quite a lot of politicians in Western country, and the whole financial system has been hijacked. Yeah, because that's why Wall Street, those big banks, they quite support CCP. As I know, next time, I think next couple of times I'm going to talk about how Chinese communism infiltrate the global financial system. I know Deutsche Bank, they pay many big banks, big institutions, they hire CCP's second generation kids, because most of them they go to Western countries and they've been hired by financial institutions. They give them very good money, and just to access Chinese market and to access, because without power you can't access Chinese market. Yeah, the communism system, they infiltrate Western financial system, economical system, and political system. I can give you some hint. Like in 1950s, there are some communist party members, not just China, just I think in Western Europe as well. They predict the green movement, the environmental movement is going to be big after 50 years in Western Europe. Is that shocking for you? Yeah, when I look at Greta Thunberg, I just so remind me of the little red guard in Chinese Cultural Revolution. Yeah, it's all youth. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against, I think we do need to protect our environment. Yeah, the earth needs very good care. Maybe we probably not caring the nature, the animals enough. But I'm against the green movement, make it political. Yeah, that's why I think Greta, she's so much, I can show you the picture here, she's so much like the little red guard. Yeah, they don't go to school, all they want to do is just protest for the sake of protest, and behind those youth, there are political regime. Yeah, that's a big political movement behind them, and those youth, they probably, I don't know what their motivation, they probably just seek some attention or excitement, but they don't know what they're talking about. Imagine our future leader, they've been led by those youth. They don't have critical thinking, they just being used by the power behind them. Communism, on the essence, is to destroy capitalism. They destroy tradition, destroy Western tradition, destroy religion, destroy private property, destroy traditional value. Yeah, also that's why when I look at the Miss Germany 2020, I was shocked. I was so saddened by the result. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm a businesswoman. I'm totally into women being independent, empowering. But a beauty pageant with pure women jewelry, no man, that's over the top. The Western feminism, actually 50 years ago, those communist members, they predict, they're going to encourage Western feminism movement that's totally against family value, against Western tradition. That's totally communism. And being a woman, I think the most powerful strength is your beauty and love. It's not by how you look like a man. Well, I totally support we are all equal. As a human being, we are all equal. But I'm totally against women become like a man. Being a woman, I'm proud of my feminine quality. I think I never want to be as strong as a man. And also I think that's why a man and a woman, we are attracted to each other, we love each other, and together we can become stronger. It's absolutely wrong to make women like men, to make them, I think those feminism, those movements, it just make women become man haters. It just destroy traditional value, destroy family value, also the homosexuals. Yeah, I'm just politically incorrect. I can't understand homosexuals. Yeah, they have their human right, but I have my right to not understand and support them. If you feel your government is monitoring you more and more, if you feel your government is have more and more control on you, and your media is not telling the truth, your media is not having enough freedom of speech, your media is only telling the politically correct messages, you already seen the Western system being infiltrated by communism. So that's why you can understand Donald Trump. I think he's just waking up America. Now it's time for the Western world to wake up. Yeah, it's not just a war of trade. Now it's the war on coronavirus, the war on lies. It's a new era, the war on communism. Let's work together on that. Okay, I would like to hear you, how you think about my politically incorrect messages. And thank you for your time. See you next time.